What is going on, people? Got some more BT13 gameplay for you guys featuring Wargreymon as well as the Wargreymon Ace in the deck as well. Trying to test out to see how powerful the Ace mechanic will be. Spoiler alert, I think it's very not impactful whatsoever. Anyways, we're playing against my buddy Pedro. He is playing green on the left. This is Leopardmon. Kind of basically the Leopardmon support we got into BT13. You're basically trying to turbo into your Leopardmon, free play a bunch of guys, set up a big field of blockers, and then you see the Leopard mode is your win condition, being able to swing and unsuspend multiple times, and then restand all of your blockers for the following turn. So we see a rookie in the back plus memory boost, pretty solid choice there, and then I'm going to go ahead and reveal 3 with Yahoo X, adding the aforementioned Wargreymon Ace. Now the problem is there's so many ways to play around the Ace mechanic, being able to out your opponent's level 5, suspending it so that the Ace can't block, and then getting rid of it later. The overflow, I think, is such a huge setback. Like, props to Bandai, they did a good job at designing the cards, but at least for now, I don't think Melga Ace and Wargrey Ace will be doing anything whatsoever. So we're going to go ahead and try to set up a bit of a board here. You're going to go Greymon into the tie here, and then into Metal Greymon to set up a 10k blocker on my opponent's turn, as well as the Ace in hand. So if my opponent does decide to swing early at all, not that he would, because he saw me add the Ace, I'll have it for the following turn. The other thing I do like about the Warg Ace is that it can be a good offensive card as well. You see there I'm playing the Sec Attack Greymon, so with the Warg Ace that is actually 4 swings, being able to check and unsuspend off the first check is pretty sick. Our opponent is going to just evolve in the back to Mihiramon into the level 5. That's one of the divas for the Force Sovereign support, in case any of you guys saw those leaks a little while back. But basically just going to guarantee himself 3 memory and then go into Leopardmon the following turn. Here I went into the Cool Boy and decided to grab the Metal Grey X Antibody, which is definitely really strong, being able to evolve this for 1, gaining memory back off Cool Boy and tie going back to 2. But the devolve and protection like that doesn't do anything. In fact, basically none of your protection is really solid against green whatsoever, because they have the capability to just suspend you. Now, this is entirely my fault for just not reading Leopard mode at all. I'm going to go ahead and go into my Warg X combo, my Black War X combo. Going to go ahead and swing security for 2 checks. I do hit a Vulcan Crusher. Never seen that option card before, so I'm going to put that on screen for you guys. But it basically is a Flower Cannon security, and then checking 2 and unsuspending during my opponent's turn, trashing the Mimi off of the Metal Grey X inherited. So if I did actually read Leopard mode, it was possible to probably choke my opponent to 1, give him a little bit. Actually, I hit the Mimi. He has the Mimi anyway, so that wouldn't have really been an issue, but I could have probably evolved more in the back to be able to answer the Leopard mode versus putting all my resources in the front, because if I had known, I probably wouldn't have done that. So we'll see here. I'm going to get punished for it, so definitely read your guys' cards and know that the DP thresholds and whatnot, because my Black Wargreymon X is currently 15,000. I figured it would be too big for my opponent to swing over, but the Salamon and the Tyrannomon Inherited both do give plus 2k, so that is matching on Leopardmon, because Leopardmon is 11k. But the thing is, this deck has other ways to get around DPs. We see the Taiga in my opponent's hand, so we're going to go ahead and just hard play the Taiga, which I honestly don't think was really necessary. He does actually get the draw off of the egg. That's definitely nice, but paying 3 memory for just that extra 1k when his dude was going to be 16 anyways doesn't really matter. Regardless, we're going to go ahead and go Leopardmon, suspending the Taiga to reduce the cost by 1, going down to 0, drawing off Evolve, and then Leopardmon's on Evolve will be able to play any green Digimon from the hand, reducing the cost by 4, playing Terriermon out for a 0 cost, to go ahead and prevent any memory gains that I might do. You know, some Black War decks do play the memory boost as well as Gravity Crush. Mimi is going to be activated here to flip the Tanamon over in the breeding area, and Goromon is going to be evolved. Just getting some extra cycles and having pressure for the next turn I think is really good. And because of the Mihira Inherited, we do reduce the cost by 1. So evolving Leopard mode for 0, being able to suspend the Black War Greymon here, and then being able to then run it over, because the Leopardmon freezes it, it suspends it, freezes it, and then Leopard mode is 12k base Taiga gives an extra 1k, that's 13, and then the 2 inheriteds put him to 17, which definitely makes him big enough to be able to swing over my stack, and I have no sort of counterplay here. So he's going to go ahead and just swing into the Greymon here, unsuspend, with the secondary effect being able to suspend the Terriermon to be able to then swing into the Greymon. So clearing my board is pretty strong and definitely something I did not expect. But it is going to be a really, really powerful play, being able to then probably just pass turn here with like a level 4. Memory boost would be fine. Probably wanting to put me to as little memory as possible here. So we are going to just go ahead and play or evolve the Tyrannomon. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and evolve Tyrannomon here for a cost of 3, which is giving me a pretty decent amount, but he also does get to free play the Taiga. Leopardmon, Leopard mode at the end of turn trashes itself and then unsuspends all of your Digimon, so we now have to deal with 2 blockers as well. Which is fine, but the fact that the Leopardmon, if it does survive, next turn it'll just be able to do the same thing again, play out another guy. We see the Quartzmon in his hand as well, so definitely some spicy techs in the deck as well. But Quartzmon, I think you definitely just play in like every green deck. It's really, really solid. So we're going to go ahead and go Greymon for 2. Digivolve Tai, or suspend the Tai to basically get a memory back. Greymon X gaining another memory off of the Cool Boy. So we're cooking. We're you know, we got a stack, I suppose. But the problem with Greymon as a deck, I find, is just some stacks are so inoptimal and so like not the correct cards you want to see. I'm going to evolve the BT9 Metal Grey for 3, gaining a Sec Attack +1, but not 3000 DP because I don't have X Antibody or Metal Greymon. So this is just the most jank stack. We have Agu X, regular Greymon, and then Metal Grey X with no inheritors or anything like that. So we're going to go Gaiomon for 5. It doesn't devolve because there's no black cards. It just blitzes, checking the remainder of the stack. So I can't out a stack whatsoever, but I do get to remove the rest of his security. I've got a 14,000 blocker on the field, so he does have to just out this Gaiomon immediately. Otherwise, I can swing for game the next turn. But as we saw the previous turn, this deck cycles so many cards. Not only with the Angoramons that lets you draw a card off the every time you play Green Tamer. With the Tandemons will draw you cards as well, and then Mimis will just be able to suspend to play out another egg, and then Digivolve off of that. So you get to just see so many cards in your deck. I really, really like the consistency. So we're going to go ahead, Digivolve the Terriermon, and then second Mimi, bring it back out to the battle area. So we've got 4 Digimon in play already, and by this time, if he hasn't seen another Leopard mode, we can just dig for it. He's got 5 memory to work with, and a reduction cost of 2 from the Taiga, but instead we're just going to Digivolve Quartzmon for 4, suspending everything on the field, and then gaining 1 memory back for each 2 things suspended on the field. So we're going to go ahead and gain a bunch of memory. We've got, what, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 things, so gaining 5 memory off of the Quartzmon on Evolve is actually insane, going back on up to 6. Now we've got a, what, 19,000 Digimon that can just swing into the Gaiomon. He honestly doesn't even have to swing, but it's probably the correct play, because if I've got like an Omnimon X or something, I can just bottom deck the Quartzmon next turn. So just going to swing over the Black Wargrey, trashing 2 security in the meanwhile, and then going ahead and going into Pangemon, which the Pangemon is suspended still, but the Mimi comes into play unsuspended. We're going to correct that in a second, but Pangemon, I like, just a free play Green Tamer is pretty cool. So going to go ahead and draw a billion cards off of the Mimi played because of the eggs. So drawing 3 off of that, gaining memory off of the Terriermon, which I don't actually know if we did that, but we draw 4, gaining a memory, hatching another egg, going in Goromon in the back again. We've got more than enough pressure to just go for a game. My field is literally empty with just Tai Cool Boy. We're going to play another Terriermon, because why not, going down to 0. And he could literally put me to like 10 at this point. It would not matter. And he's seen so much of his deck at this point, we probably can anticipate another Leopardmon or another Quartzmon. Even double Quartzmon would go kind of crazy. We're just going to go Mikaemon for 4. I don't think anything is blocker on field, because we didn't trigger the Leopardmon's effect. I actually don't really know about that, but it's not going to matter. We're going to go ahead and play the Metal Greymon for 8. Passing turn, I was like, okay, I really just wanted to like ace my opponent Although like I know it wouldn't save me, but we also forgot that the Quartzmon, when it swings, you can just suspend something. So like I was doomed either way. He can just swing and suspend the Middle Gray. So like I can blast evolve, but like it won't be able to block anything, and I can't unsuspend. Even if security is checked because the Quartzmon. So we're just gonna go ahead and like try to blast evolve again. You can do this, but the Wargrey Ace is suspended, so we're gonna try to block some stuff. But nothing is really gonna happen here. I'm just gonna die from the onslaught that is Leopardmon. So is this deck copeable? I think so. I think it can do some shenanigans, and I think it can have some really really good games. But the problem is it just dies to a singular Death X, no removal, really, no forms of protection, anything like that. So I'll let you guys be the judge, but it's a really fun deck. So anyways, guys, that's going to do for this one. Deck profile for Leopardmon will be on the channel at some point, if not already. But thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.